of the UNF1 Championship. We are at Bahrain in the Bahrain International Circuit in Secure, Bahrain. My name is KD1997. Gonna do the commentary tonight. Brand new to it as well. Alongside me is, let me see if I remember your name correctly. JWM Films and Donut Glazer in the commentary box with me. So, welcome along, gentlemen, to this race. Yeah.
Howdy.
Yeah. Howdy. And like I said, this is my first time doing it, this league in particular, but it's definitely going to be a good race overall. From what we're doing is the Bahrain short layout. So it's pretty much, if you watched the Secure Grand Prix earlier today, it's pretty much the similar distance, 2.3 miles, but it's a shorter layout. So basically does not do all of the circuit, just pretty much cuts the circuit in half. So at the current moment, we have Manuel Antunes in the Williams on pole position at the very moment with a 58.2, along with Pepsi Freak, who is one of the championship contenders. I'll get to more on that in a moment, but currently in second in the Ferrari with Frika Viola, in third in the Mercedes. Cross Tommy, another championship contender, in fourth, along with who is in the Haas, and Not Sir Vapor in the top five at the moment in the other Williams.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, mentioned that he has been doing solid from the way it looks. He has won 4 races in a row. That would include Spain, Netherlands, Brazil, and of course last weekend in Bahrain and the normal layout. But it's I'm gonna go over real quickly the championship standings, and it is actually pretty tight from the way it's been looking. So Freddie, who is currently the championship points leader, and I don't think he's driving tonight, is the current points leader, up by 31 points with 158 points over Johnny, who I'm guessing is not racing either, who has 127. Then Cross Tommy is in third with 123, and then Pepsi Freak is in fourth with 115. So pretty much it's going to be an advantage to Cross Tommy and Pepsi Freak from the way it looks for this race to hopefully get points in the championship, as Manuel goes even faster with a 58.1 and goes at least 2/10 up from Cross Tommy. And Cross Tommy has also got up to second, I noticed, as well in the Haas at the very moment.
Today's a good opportunity with Freddie at a Dolphins game and Johnny doing something with his lady friend. It's a good opportunity for some of these midfield guys that we've seen Toss be quick in the past. We've also seen Brevin be really quick in the past, and they've missed some races for different reasons. I know Manel missed a couple of races and had some penalties lately, so it'll be a good chance for some of these mid-level guys to jump up and grab a podium, kind of like we saw today in real life with Ocon. So maybe we'll have a repeat here at Bahrain.
So, more about the circuit, though. Of course, we know about how the normal layout is known to eat up your tires quite a bit. Normally, it is a tire killer, kind of like what China would be. But even though we're racing on a shorter circuit, a shorter layout, do you guys still think that the tires still could be a factor into this race, even with the distance being cut in half?
Mm-hmm.
And just to mention too, Tadonsta just got up to fourth with a 58.6 in the Red Bull, so that puts him into the top 5 at the very moment. And pretty much still got a lot of time left in qualifying. Of course, I've also been noticing too is they have been using the same tires over and over again with the same compound, pretty much. So even with the
brand new tires right now. He's on his outlap.
oh yeah, I could see that. So this might be his last set, I'm assuming, of soft compound tires. So it looks like everyone seems to be very confident about doing the soft strategy. I'm not well, like I said, I've never this is my first time ever commentating a short race, so I'm not sure what the strategy will be in terms of like what the stops will be and and also what tires I'll have to go to. I'm assuming it'll be a one-stop strategy somehow. But what do you guys think? Yeah, like, are you guys thinking maybe soft to hard is like you do in the normal circuit, or do you think maybe a soft to medium could be the more easier strategy?
Nobody's going for medium in qualifying. I mean, maybe I guess maybe you have to think about it. You just have to go lap as long as you can.
Mm.
A lap, but I'm surprised nobody who's a pro like contender for the win has decided to start on medium and then go to hard with the ability to just get back to their tires because they're just going to last so long. So I could see I could see probably going on to the hard unless you see some kind of safety car pit early in the race for medium or something like that. I think it's going to be a soft to hard race for sure.
Yeah, that's a
Mm.
really good point Jacob makes too. If you're in the back, if you're Paulo or Santo or MFC, um, why not try to go on the mediums and maybe try to shoot past some of these guys that are going soft to hard? Why not try to go medium and stay out a little bit longer? Maybe you can jump some positions up on the grid. Because as you can see, if you're second and a half behind Manuel, like you're probably not going to catch him in the race. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, the thing is too, I noticed before we got on was that quite a few of them were actually driving on the medium compound tires
Hmm.
for a while, but I guess they just decided that maybe the soft tires were just the better tire to go with. But yeah, like you said, I probably would have done the same thing. I probably would have gone to maybe the mediums just for longer stints. Um, but we'll see how that goes, really. But back to the but resuming with qualifying with 1 minute left, Manuel is still on pole position and he's still on a flying lap, and
Oh,
he
he
hasn't
validated.
validated his lap. Yeah, so but he's got one more chance, one more lap to do it. And it looks like his teammate Vapor did not improve his time, so he'll stay in third at the moment. But he's got one more lap as well under his belt. And looks like next across is Santo P 1989 in the Alfa Romeo. And let's see if he can get up to a 58. He goes 59.2, puts him to 8th place. And
Paolo just did his
Frost
best
decides,
Jack Aiken impression.
yeah, interesting there. All right, so yeah, so that's his qualifying over. Let's see, we can follow on with. Let's see, we got. Looks like we have a Red Bull coming towards the line. Donsta right now in 5th place at the moment. Pole right now is at 58.1. He's only half a second down. Can he get up there? It looks like the answer is no. And that is the end of his qualifying, so it'll be a 5th for the time being.
Sir Vapor jumped
And
up to
Cross
second.
Tommy.
Too screwing around. He's not going to go for another one.
The Cross Tommy goes. Well, it looks like he improved it
Wow.
slightly, but not enough to get up to pole. So he's only down by, looks like by good 13 100ths at the moment.
First lap of the race. Let's see what he's like. Oh, he was able to jump up to fourth. That's pretty good for fourth. That's just above Pepsi and above the Donsta.
And also, I think Pepsi is still. Oh, Pepsi's slowing down.
Yeah, he's out
So
of
we'll
Maybe
fall.
gas.
slow lap. I'm not sure what he's up to.
All right, so we'll follow on with the other Mercedes of MFC Dawn. as he comes towards the line now, and oh, he aborts it. Oh, okay, he aborts his lap. All right, so that's his qualifying over. I thought he
bold
would actually try to
strategy.
finish the lap, really, unless he wasn't happy with it. But okay, yeah. You know what? I wonder if he was still thinking that there may have been. You remember the glitch that they had a while back of where you can still continue your qualifying session with the qualifying over? Maybe thought he can get away with that. All right, so the Williams of Manuel Atunis is on pole position with the championship contender across Tommy in second place, along with Vapor. Yeah, that is very close. So nearly a second separate between the top 7. And then Freaky Viola in 4th, along with Pepsi Freak in 5th, Donsta in 6th, and Brevin Yesk in 7th place, along with Santo in 8th, MFC Don in 9th, and Paulo Frost round off the top 10. Well, pretty much your only top 10 on the grid.
Everybody gets points today.
Pretty much.
No excuse.
Points if you DNF and still end up in the top 10.
I don't think so. If you do enough.
I gotta tell you, there's a good chance we'll find out.
It's about the way you're classified. But yeah, we'll see.
I know.
The big key into this first corner is just going to be preventing damage. Because even more than the normal track, this first sector folds over on itself. And then it does it again as you go into the back straight. So keeping your tires away from other people's front wings is going to be a huge, huge deal.
Yeah, especially going to turn 1. Of course, there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff that could happen. Of course, anything can happen in Bahrain on the opening laps. We have seen it over the last 2 races from what we've seen from last week and, of course, today's race as well. So 15 seconds to go to start the session, and we will get the formation lap going here in Bahrain. And if you want to give more of a detail of what the short layout is, like I said, it's a 2.3 mile circuit, and there's only 10 turns to deal with, not 15 like you have in the normal circuit. So now we get the formation lap going, and it is okay. So it's 57 laps around the short layout. So okay, Matt, well,
Start for Frost. Tommy will lighten up his wheels.
nah, that's up.
Power Frost to the back is just hanging out here.
Well, interesting that Tommy is actually leading the formation lap, even though he's not the lead car. But
Yes.
anyways, let's go ahead and run through the order one more time. If you just tuned in, Manuel Antunes, the Brazilian, is on pole position, along with Cross Tommy, one of the championship contenders and who has won the last 4 races, in second place, and Vapor in third, and the other Williams alongside with Freaky Viola in 4th in the Mercedes, and then Pepsi Freak, another championship contender, is in 5th, along with Donsta in the Red Bull in 6th place. Brevin Yesk in the McLaren in 7th, and Santo in 8th in the Alfa Romeo, FC Don in the other Mercedes in 9th, and Paulo Frost is in 10th. So you just saw on your screen, that was the pit stop strategy. It is recommending a one-stop strategy from the softs to the mediums. It's in lap 22 to 24, I think it said on the for the pit window. All right, so let's get the cars. We'll get the cars again on the grid and get around this track around 57 laps, 2.3 miles to cover, and only 10 cars on the grid to deal with. Manuel Antunes on pole position. We'll lead them down the straight, going down 500 meters to turn 1. All right, we should be getting going now. And we will have the 5 red lights ahead of the drivers, in front of them. And it's lights out, and away we go. And it looks like Manuel Antunes gets a pretty decent start off the line, and it looks like the Haas is covering off his teammate, and also Vapor going to the inside. Oh, and Donsta with the big-time dive bomb into turn one, loses a bit of his front wing as well, I think, and he just went all the way down. Oh, there's more carnage in the back as well. A Mercedes involving Alpha. Yeah. And a VSC, no surprise for that, with all the damage that happened there into turn two, or turn three, I should say. But yeah, Donsta making a very opportunistic move into turn one. I don't know if he just outbroke himself or he was just trying to play a hero. But also, Santo picked up a penalty as well for all the for a collision. And there you go, VSC is ended. Interesting start to the race, but lap one, kind of like what we've seen from the last couple races in Bahrain, is happening again here today as well, with Vapor. Yeah, I also forgot to oh, well, okay, now the timing screen is getting wonky for me. I'm pretty sure it's the same way for you guys as well.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah. Yeah, Fricavilo Santo. Yeah, during the carnage in lap three, or turn three, I should say. But yeah, Vapor game, really good start off the line though, starting from third and up into first already. Tommy though trying to cover up his teammate.
The
I don't know. Well, maybe they're just committed to a two-stop strategy, I'm guessing. But yeah, I would agree with you on that. I don't know why they would just go to the hard, just go to the end of the race. I would have done that really if I was involved in that incident. But oh, Tommy's gonna go on the outside. Oh, in the outside into turn. Yeah, no, I couldn't do that into turn six. He's trying to get around him, but he's got Manuel now going to go on the inside into turn. Oh, big lock up there from Manuel, but now he gets ahead of the Haas, and it is now Williams 1-2 at the moment. And of course, also DRS is also enabled. It is always enabled on lap 3. And Vapor right now in the lead from Manuel to Cross Tommy, Pepsi, and MFC Don as your top 5. And DRS enabled. Will Team Horse come into effect, or is he going to attack his teammate? And Manuel's going to go around the outside. Here comes the Haas of Tommy. Oh, he bumps into the back of him. No damage from the way it looked. But Manuel gets the move done and gets back into the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix, or the Bahrain Short Grand Prix, if you want to call it that. But at the moment, it's looking more of a three-way fight at the very moment. Now it's Vapor coming along with DRS. Down the back straight, lock up there again from, looks like from Manuel, but he holds him off just for the moment. His teammates on the outside, and Tommy still right behind those two Williams at the moment. Some good racing so far from all three of them. Oh, contact between the two Williams. Sorry to cut you off, but there was contact between the two Williams at the final corner. And now here comes Cross Tommy with DRS. And Vape. Oh, Santos out. Oh, okay. He's retired in the pits. Never mind. But here comes Cross Tommy on the inside into turn 1. And I think he's got both of the Williams. I think. No, he don't. Not quite. He's going to have the inside line, though, into turn 3 or 4, I believe it is. But yeah, I think he's got the move done at the moment. And he does have DRS. Vapor does not, so Cross Tommy takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Yeah, because Tommy was behind him once they got to the detection point, and that's if you're wondering why the Williams did not have DRS enabled for him. So DRS now back in enabled for Vapor, but I don't think he's quite close enough. But Manuel, he's looking for a move on his teammate. Oh, it's so close. The two Williams still fighting each other up, but they don't want to do that too much, of course. And now Manuel's going to go on the inside line. Oh, makes like contact between him and his teammate. So they're not having a lot of team orders coming into play here. They're still fighting each other. And look who's in the background. If you could see, is Pepsi Freak. He could get involved in this as well if these three continue to fight as well. He's not that far off either. He's only about 4 seconds between him and the Williams and, well, the two Williams and the Haas. But yeah, he could get involved if they continue fighting. All right, into the final corner. It looks like Vapor will get DRS though. From cross Tommy. Oh, goes a little bit wide there, but that allows Manuel to have a better run on into the final corner. And he will have DRS. Yeah, both of them got. He must have a setup, I think, for straight line speed, so that's definitely helping him out a little bit. The two Williams, though, actually barging each other, though, laying their elbows out into turn 4. Vapor still holds them off somehow. But they still have DRS.
The biggest loser in all of this is Pepsi, because the three of these guys are just towing each other clear of the Ferrari. Pepsi is dropping back because he just doesn't have the benefit of DRS. He's just losing time.
I mean, yeah. Well, it doesn't look like it. He kind of gained a.
Game time as soon as I said that.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, he gained. Yeah, it's mostly because of these guys just battling out. When these guys battle, when you have drivers battling out, and the car behind is got clean air, it's a good chance for them to at least try to counterattack if they can, and just take away their weaknesses pretty much. But pretty much at the moment, Tommy doing a great job at least holding the lead at the moment with those two Williams right behind. As Freaking Viola gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, I assume for multiple track extensions.
He's going to kind of be back in the mix with everybody else. Or if he tries to run at the end. He's just about a pit stop away from Power Cross.
Yeah, so, and now now as you say that, Paulo Frost has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings as well, so the Ferrari and the Mercedes both have penalties added to the collection of their names. So back up to the lead. Tommy is still under threat from the two Williams, but the main thing I've been seeing is that Manuel's been saving a little bit more ERS than Tommy has, because Tommy has about 20% less ERS compared to Manuel, so Manuel's doing a pretty decent job of just saving ERS and just providing the pressure against Tommy. And yeah, you can see there, Tommy just struggling. If you have the telemetry displayed, I'm not the one streaming, by the way, but I'm watching on my screen that, yeah, you can see that I can see that Tommy is just not doing a good job, though, conserving that ERS. He just needs to conserve as much as he can, but if he keeps using it, he's going to be under threat by Manuel. And you see Pepsi there in the background. Looks like he, let's see, how close has he gotten? I think he's gotten a little bit closer from the way it looked. Actually, no, he's about roughly even from where he was, about 4 seconds. Anyways, DRS now enabled again for the Williams. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Well, that was a little bit questionable from Tommy. Just cuts him off when he got DRS, but Manuel will say, well, I'll take that place back, and he takes back the lead of the Grand Prix. And now Tommy... Yeah, but now Tommy's going to counterattack with DRS, and he will get ahead of him. So a lot of lead changes already in this race. I think we've had about close to 4 or 5 of them at the moment. So really close battle still, but all three of these drivers just not giving up at the very moment, refusing to give up the position. But Manuel still trying to provide the threat, and he's got 30% ERS to help him out. Does he want to use it? And he's actually using it now. So he's going to try to get it by the Haas, and he looks like will breeze past before the first corner. So Manuel takes back the lead once again of the Bahrain Grand Prix, and here comes his teammate on the inside of Tommy. It looks like Tommy cuts him off a little bit there, so he holds second place, but Manuel takes the lead back of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, Cross used all of his ERS on that backstretch, so when they came down the front towards the start finish, he had no ERS, no DRS, and Manuel just powered right by him.
And Freakin' Viola just got another time penalty to his name. 6 seconds worth of penalties to now to the Mercedes car. So
You almost don't want to be ahead until the very final straight on the very final lap. With the DRS, is just wow. They just keep flying past each other, and they can't seem to fill the gap or something.
yeah,
Yeah, it's 57,
turn 10. Yeah.
no more to the line because unless it's basically that, these guys seem to be perfectly matched on pace. They're just losing track of each other for the rest of the race.
Yeah, I probably get what you're saying there. It's pretty much just a cat and mouse game, really. It's almost similar to pretty much to like watching the Daytona 500 or watching Talladega. You know, on the final laps, you kind of want to like wait till the very last moment to get the slingshot and just go for the race winner at the line. But we could probably see that, like you say, if the drive.
I actually see that though. Vapor's dropping back.
Yeah. I'm guessing he may have made a slight mistake, but yeah, he's not even in DRS range anymore because he's 1.3 seconds back. So,
Like tenths and tenths and tenths. Pretty quickly, the entire last lap. He's lost a huge chunk of time because he didn't have the. He still has some really with Pepsi, but Pepsi's. They're going to turn each other clearly.
and Paulo Frost gets a 6 seconds to his name now with another 3-second time penalty.
Got a penalty winner in every race, or at least the last two.
Jeez.
We'll see if Paulo can rack them up.
20 seconds. Man, that's interesting. Just rack up 20 seconds worth of penalties in Brazil. I wouldn't think you could do that, really, unless you cut so much of the Santa S. But, anyways, back to the race leaders. Tommy gets DRS once again, but he's just too far back. He doesn't have any ERS to at least catch up to Manuel, so just has to hold back for at least a little bit longer. And so far, from what I've seen, is that it's pretty much the only battle on track at the moment, from what I am seeing. So here comes DRS once again for Tommy. Can he get by the Williams? The answer would be no. He's just a little bit too far back. Of course, this back straight is a little bit shorter than the front straight. And yeah, Vapor has now gone down to 2.8 seconds. So he's not only losing pace, but he's also going to be losing pace very soon to Pepsi, because Pepsi's starting to close in a little bit more. And actually, I spoke too soon. It's Vapor. I was on Pepsi for my camera angle, but yeah, Vapor made a mistake. He must have went too much curve on the inside part of turn 8 and just completely lost it. So now Pepsi takes third place ahead of Vapor. I'm not sure if you guys got the camera angle from that, though, but that's probably my rough guess.
I was following with Pepsi while you were talking about him. It looked like Sir Vapor clipped the curb coming out of turn 8 there and looped the car around, which is pretty easy to do. And reset the track, so now he's in the pits. See what he does.
And
Good luck, looks like Paulo's pitted. Pressure's right behind. He might be able to get back on track. If not, I guess there's only 6 seconds left.
And speaking of that, Vapor, I noticed, went to another set of softs. Very interesting. So he's committed to a two-stop from the way it looks. So, and now you see on the graphic there, that's the pit window is open for the medium tires from lap 16 to 24. It looks like the medium compound tires, and it is. So, I mean, I remember seeing the graphics that you can go to the end of the race with those mediums, but I don't know if I believe that. That's the thing. So,
The amount of, on-track battling, he's probably like, he's got more on-track battling than us for sure. He's doing well. I'm guessing he's gonna have
oh, Manuel's lost it! Oh, he's lost it! He's lost it completely. He lost at the end of turn 9, and he's lost a lot of his front wing. Oh, so that's...
right into the pits, huge block up into the back. He's pretty lucky because he maybe would have mitigated a lot of this disaster by coming into the pits here. The pit window was already open, so it is a normal time to stop. But he's going to lose out. He might come out a couple seconds behind Cross because he's going to have to spend longer time in the pits than in the front end.
Yeah, not like that, but he might be at risk of losing out to his teammate as well. But we'll see what he comes out. Now he comes into the pits. And Pepsi right now is in the lead of the race, but has yet to pit. Yep. And Vapor set the fastest lap of the race as well. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll see how it goes for that, but we have yet to see Pepsi and Don go into the pits. And does Pepsi go into the... Oh, no, Pepsi stays out, so he's going to keep going for a little bit longer, but Don's still staying out for a little bit. Maybe he might go into the pits as soon as he comes around the final corner. And the... I see. Well, anyways, Don has come in and he's got a brand new set of mediums. And he will come out right behind his teammate, freaking Viola. So, I'd probably say right now the penultimate leader at the moment is Tommy. Because obviously Pepsi is still yet to pit. But it's going to be interesting to see what Tommy can do with those mediums. If he can carry them to the end of the race, or if he's going to have to go again for a brand new set of tires. But we'll see how that goes. And now Pepsi's still staying out, so he's still trying to keep it going, but he's still losing a lot of pace to Tommy. So, I mean, the more he stays out from the way it looks, I think, the more that he's going to lose pace, but not just lose pace, but as soon as he gets to the pits, he'll lose quite a bit of positions.
Yeah, I would say Pepsi's making right about where he was just a minute ago, back in about 4th, 5th place. Pit stop's about 25 seconds, so he may end up in front or behind. Probably behind.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So, does he go in? The answer is no, so he still continues. Interesting stuff to see. But I have to imagine that those tires are starting to at least deteriorate.
You can start to see the you can start to see the wear line on those softs on the front.
Oh,
left.
freaking Viola's on it! We got a safety car. How did he end up like that?
I'm guessing
Turn 9.
turn before. I'm guessing he just got a little bit into third. I'm definitely a little bit too far from the curve. You just lose the rear end really slow when you hit the wall closest to you. On the inside, I'm guessing he's just done that back right in the racing line. That's going to be a minute before that car is reset. I would believe he's back in tire defensive mode to try to run those limits.
Well, this falls into the hands to. It falls into the hands of Pepsi.
Okay, exactly.
And Vapor's got a drive-through penalty, so that's gonna cost him as well. So he,
Was that speeding under the
yeah,
safety car?
yeah, speeding under safety car.
Yeah,
And Tommy's got it as well. Yep, from the way it looks.
Who's fresh tires or used tires? Yeah, no, these are fresh tires.
That's brand new. And Tommy's going to the soft compound. And he's
Pepsi's up pole position. It's a very real possibility to win this race once this restarts over.
so Tommy also had to replace the front wing as well. I don't know if there was any contact that he made previously, but yeah, he had to hit for a brand new front wing, but he still comes out second.
Light contact from a while ago, and he just kind of done it precautionarily. Don't necessarily know why he would have gone in on soft tires. I don't think those mediums get in the way. I'm guessing he probably does want a little bit of front headroom to be able to run a quick lap. If he can run the softs at the end. That's 36 laps. He's got a long way to go on these tires.
Yeah, I don't know if he can carry that though to the end, but I guess we'll see what the risk takes. But also to mention, Vapor now has a 3-second time penalty as well, so he doesn't just have. Yeah. Yeah, neither does the top 3. So yeah, the only ones that have is Paul Frost and Vapor. Vapor has a 3-second penalty plus a drive-through penalty that he has to serve. But also, if you're wondering, you cannot serve your drive-through penalty under safety car conditions. You have to wait until the safety car comes in order to do that. So, yeah, I remember it was pretty much well, it wasn't a drive-through, but it was a stop-go penalty. But it was for going. It was for going into the pit lane when the pit lane was closed, because you can't go into the pits when it's closed. So let's see. Refresh on everyone who's on what tire. So Pepsi's on the mediums, Tommy's on the softs, Don is on the mediums, so is Vapor. Manuel's on softs, Paulo is on mediums, and Rivian is on hards, and then Donsta is on the soft compound tire. So that's pretty much the way it looks, and the safety car is coming in. So Pepsi will be under threat though from Tommy, as he's on. I think he's on a U set of soft tires, if I'm not mistaken, and we are under green, and that is a horrific start from Pepsi Freakin' as he's under pressure now from Cross Tommy, and now here comes MFC Don to the inside. He thought about it, but he doesn't make the move. But now Tommy takes back the lead of the Bahrain. Yeah, but remember, he also has to serve that drive-through penalty as well for speeding under the safety car, and he has to serve it within 3 laps. Otherwise, he will be disqualified. Oh, I probably would agree with you on that. And now here comes, and there goes Manuel ahead of Pepsi. Yeah, yeah,
They have a very quick fall right here. You see the they're not even at the halfway point.
yeah. That's the only thing too. They probably will have to make another stop, I would assume, because there's no way you can carry those tires to the end of the race. I don't think that's even possible. So now here comes Manuel as he gets by his teammate. Of course, now Timor's in. Oh well, maybe not in effect. Paperall was trying to defend his line, but he couldn't. But now he goes into the pits and will serve his drive-through penalty. So now it's Pepsi Freak now up to third place, but on the medium compound tires with Don right behind him, going to fourth, and then Paula Frost, Dunsta, and then also Brivian moved up another position as well, and also Brivian's got a penalty as well for multiple warnings. And we go back to, looks like the midfield, and here, Donsta thought about making a move there up the uphill section of the track, but he does not make the move. So he'll have to stay back for the time being. Meanwhile, the Paula Frost has got MFC Dawn in his sights, and if I'm not mistaken, I think DRS is also enabled. Oh, and here comes Donsta to the inside. And, oh, what a switchback by Paula Frost on the final corner. But, yeah, he's got him into turn one. Yep, easily. So, Donsta will retain the top five. Yeah, but also remember he's also on those soft compound tires as well, so you'll have to see. And also, not to mention, also Don went a little bit wide there going into turn 6, so that compromised him a little bit there. So Donsta will bring the threat with DRS out of the final corner, and he will have that rear wing open right now, and I would assume he will get by him as soon as he gets before the first corner. And I think he's got him, and he does. So Donsta goes up into fourth, and MFC goes into fifth. I think the only reason is because he did not have DRS was because he wasn't at the detection point. He wasn't under a second. Yeah. Yep, and he can't carry those tires to the end of the race, so he's just trying to carry out that one-stop strategy, but it could be a bit of a tall order as well. You never know, but I think right now, like you said, he's in a more comfortable position. But he does have penalties against him too. Not mistaken that. He also has 3 seconds against his name. Mm-hmm.
He's kind of building up a pace deficit to some of the guys in front, running a little slower. That takes a lot out of the race. Timing is a big other guys, especially with Josh Brown coming very hot. So does not. I don't think the guys, especially the two guys in front, I mean, they have 5 second gaps, 4 or 5 second gaps all the way up the top. I still don't think that's going to be enough to pull out a pace for that drop off from the rest of the field. Unless he's really trying to work hard to get the second gap he pitted to, I don't think it's going to be enough.
Oh, and Devastating Dunk cuts him off there, going up the hill.
Cool. Hate to see it.
Yeah, so that he has to get the ground up all over again. Oh, that's not going to help him too. He also goes wide and gets another penalty against him as well. So that is now 9 seconds against him. So right now he has the most penalties out of everyone in this field so far. But he will get the DRS to help him out. But he is not using any of his ERS at the moment, so he's just probably just trying to conserve. But right now he is also under pressure from the McLaren of Brevian, as he is very close to the back of that car as well. Paul goes a little bit squirrely there at the end of turn 3, but does not get a good exit at turn 4. But that didn't help him out either. Meanwhile, Paulo has DRS, but does not have enough to get to the Mercedes ahead of him. Right now, this is the only battle on track we've got at the moment. Is pretty much the battle for 5th place at the moment. Vapor, though, is a little way far back, as if you remember, he had a drive-through penalty he had to serve over 10 laps to go for speeding under the safety car. So that is why right now he is at the bottom of the field. Notes as well, though. Don seems to have very good ASIC speed from the way it looks out of a few of these corners, but it's just that Paulo Frost, the only reason he's kept up with him, I think, is because of his straight line speed. So that's the only reason why he's kind of been right now trying to at least keep up with this Mercedes. He's doing pretty decent. Yeah, he's a lot closer than he has been for a while. Will he get... Yep, but I don't... Is he going to try to go for it? Doesn't look like he's far... He's a little bit far, but he's not... Yeah, he's not close enough, at least to make the move. But he is all over the back of it. And not to mention also, Paulo lost a little bit of time as well coming out of the end of turn 4, so that kind of compromised him a little bit. As it also gave Don a little bit of an advantage to at least break away for the moment. It's pretty much from the way it looks that Paulo Frost is good in the last sectors, but Don gains more time, I'd say, in the first and second sector. But looks like Paulo's going to try to go for it on the outside. He's gonna go for the switchback against the Mercedes. He was using overtake he had a lot of overtake to use as well, and he's got DRS to help him out. And he will get ahead of him too, so he gets ahead into 4th place, ahead of MFC Don. But Don's gonna come back at him on the inside into turn 1, bumps him a little bit there as well. Goes a little bit, still more.
No.
Oh, he spins him off. And he resets himself to circuit. So that he might face a penalty for that as well. But Don.
Yeah, he pitted for mediums about 2 laps ago.
Ah, okay. Okay, yeah. I was good. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't catch that either. Yeah, so Manuel did pit for mediums not too long ago, but uh,
That's what I was guessing they were going to have to do. And I'm guessing Tommy also is probably going to have his tires start falling. With no less than 5 approaching 15. My big prediction for the race is
oh, jeez. Well, those two are still banging each other at the straights. A little bit of questionable driving I'm noticing from Don. Had the incident with the Ferrari, and he almost had an incident with the McLaren as well. So a little bit of questionable driving I'm noticing there from Don. So you might want to be very careful. He doesn't want to get into any more further trouble with the stewards. But he just got DRS to help out, get closer to the McLaren. But he's a little bit too far back at the moment. But Tommy right now, to note to self, has got a 12.1 second gap between him and Pepsi Freak. But also to mention that he's also on the soft compound tires, so we'll see how it goes for him until the end of the race. We'll see if he carries him to the end of the race, but that's going to be a bit of a tall order as well. ML's got him.
especially when they both, at least they both should have had DRS.
Oh, and Don's gonna. Oh, wow! So Don goes for a double overtake, but he overshots the corner and then he gets spun around, coming out of the kink in turn 3. And yeah, he went too deep into the corner, but I don't think that was necessary for him to do that. He should have been patient and just bide his time. So that also means he went down to pretty much down to 8th place because of that.
He's holding steady at about 12 seconds.
And Brivian's got himself another penalty against him, so that's now 6 seconds worth of penalties added to his name. So right now we only have 4 drivers that have had penalties, but pretty much like the top 2 are clean, and same with Manuel, who pitted a while ago, but probably will catch up to Donsta if possible, even though he is on soft tires, but we'll see how it goes for him till the end of the race. But I kind of want to, I'm going to check out also their situation and see if they're clean. I'm looking at the race director. Pepsi is clean. Tommy has 3 warnings. How did he not get a penalty from one of them? Must have been one of them a collision warning. So that's the situation with the top 2. And then
I don't think I should ever talk about gaps ever again. Pepsi Freak's gap to first place literally a lap ago. He just got the second put on him. Tommy's pace
He's probably been pushing a lot of the overtake, is what I'm guessing.
Let me check on where he's at with that.
He's currently at 11%. So
He's definitely
yeah, I think he's just trying to build up as much gap as possible because he knows that if he carries those tires to the
Pepsi's been using a lot of fuel to stay in this race. Versus Tommy looks like he's getting a little bit more.
he probably underfueled, I'm guessing, before the start of the race. But yeah, that's my guess at least. Because I know when the fuel indicator goes yellow, you're like below the target for fuel.
I always try to set the pace so farther back than I think my pace is. I usually overfuel my car,
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, one of them, the big cost was also Vapor getting that drive-through penalty. As also to mention, Donster just went into the pits as well for a brand new set of mediums, or it might be a used set. I'm guessing it's a used set, but anyway, pretty much now the standing looks is that Tommy is in first with Pepsi Freak still right behind him in second, and then Manuel now up to third place because of that as well. But if I also want to take a look, I'll probably take a look at the constructors now that you mention it. From the way it looks, from what I'm looking at, McLaren right now are in the lead by 20 points with 108 points to Racing Point who have 160. So if Brevin could get a good result, there could be some good points for McLaren. And probably could say the same story for Haas, with Tommy right now in the lead, who is right now with Haas right now with 138 points in third place, and then Ferrari in fourth, and then Red Bull in fifth, with Ferrari having 119 and then Red Bull with 102. So yeah, that's what it looks like at the moment for the top five perspective in the constructors.
Yeah, even though one of the McLarens isn't here today, Brevin's doing an excellent job, representing for that team. Even though he qualified out in second, he's really pushed this race. He's done a good job. I know he's carrying second by 6 seconds, but he's done a good job. I say that as he's about to turn. Yeah, Williams. Yep, Williams really gunning down on Vapor.
Yeah, I think he should be able to get him as well. Oh, big luck up there from Brevin, but he'll be under threat from Vapor as he's got the medium tires to help him out as to his advantage, and he's got DRS to help him as well. But I doubt he's close enough to get a move. Oh, he's going to go for it on the inside into turn one. Does he make the move? Not quite. Oh, but Brevin just parks the car out of the kink as well. So now Vapor's going to try to go around the outside. And he looks like he's got the movement, and he will get DRS as well because he was behind him at the detection point as well. So that helps him out a little bit. So that puts Vapor up into fourth and Brevin down to fifth. But I don't think this battle will be quite over just yet. But we're pretty much at the... oh, and Vapor's got a penalty now. 3 seconds added to his name, so that's now 6 seconds of penalties to Vapor. But anyway, yeah, right now we have I think we have about 16 more laps into this race, so still got a little bit ways to go, but we'll see how the soft runners can do. Mostly, all eyes will be on Tommy to see what will happen at the end of the race, but right now he's finding really good pace at the moment. 14.2 seconds between him and Pepsi Freak. So he's doing really good at the moment with those soft tires, but how long will that last, though, is the question.
Prepare your ears. Chad has said that my voice is a little quiet.
Dasta goes for a
Alrighty.
spin and takes out the barrier. Nice.
Oh dear. I didn't see that, so yeah, see that, so Donsta just spun around.
Donsta pitted recently as well. He's got brand new tires, and so does USAC.
Mm-hmm.
As far as fastest lap goes, he has the softest and newest tires out of anybody.
And FC.
Tommy though, man, 21 laps on soft tires. That's just amazing.
What's also amazing is just how he's managing that gap, at least at the moment. But like I said, how long is he gonna keep that going? Because I feel like they're gonna be pretty much dying once we get to the dying laps, pretty much. But
Manuel's decision to pit was a pretty smart one because he has, even though he's still on mediums, just like Pepsi, his tires are half as old, 11 laps compared to 22. So if Pepsi starts to experience a little bit of fall off as well, I mean, Manuel could move up a step on the podium if he's quick about it.
Yeah, that's true. 11 lap old mediums compared to 22 lap old soft tires is definitely a big difference that could put into play. And yeah, pretty much right now we're only 13 more laps to go into this race before we could get to the checkered flag, but yeah, still got a long way to go. The only battle we got right now, from the way it looks, is still between Vapor and Brevin for 4th place. But it does look like Vapor is starting to pull away a little bit, but he hasn't pulled off at least close enough to at least get him out of DRS range. And yeah, you can see Brevin's just trying to push as much as he can to at least get close to Vapor, but he does not have enough ERS though to at least back it up to have the extra power to get to the Williams. So you'll have to stay back from the way it looks.
All of the second kind of half of the race. He's shown just about second out of Vapor's second back to Vapor. Looks like he's catching a little bit with DRS this lap. You know, Brevin, he's on those hard tires. As everybody's tires start to fall away now, he should truly come into his own and be pretty quick on track. He's only spent just about 25 laps on those tires, and that should be about 60% of those tires life, 70%. Everybody else is way over 100%. Carl did 25 laps on the soft. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he soft, because his tires got to get that kind of range. That's just ridiculous. And the fact that he's still maintaining or extending his gap with Pepsi and Williams is astonishing.
Yeah, that's something I'm amazed by too. But I'm starting to notice the gap is starting to diminish a little bit. It looks like between Pepsi and Tommy. I mean, I know it's 13 seconds, but the gap was 14 seconds at one point. He lost about 7/10 out of that lap. So, wonder if those tires are starting to have a little bit of trouble coming his way. Anyway, we'll go back to the battle for 4th. Oh, Vapor goes really wide there at the end of the final corner, so we'll see what Brevin can do with DRS down the main straight. Does he have enough to get around the outside of the Williams? And I think he's not close enough. But he's going to try to go for the switchback. But he cannot make the switchback done, so he'll have to stay back at the very moment. So, yeah, right now he will get DRS again down the back straight. But he's not close enough to make the move. So, yeah, still a good racing. Yeah, a little bit of luck up there, but yeah, they've been battling though for quite a while. Just nothing seems to be different in terms of like changes or anything like that at the moment. Just kind of been steady for the last, I would say, close to 10 laps with those two in the same position. But also to mention that Brevin and Vapor also have the same amount of penalties as well, so they're pretty much evenly matched with that as well. So even if they finish with penalties, they could finish still in 4th and 5th. But, oh, that's very close there from Brevin. He almost had the move done, but he just had to hold back as Vapor just kind of parked the car a little bit there at the end of the corner. And he has DRS again, but I don't think he's not close enough just quite yet. But also, the gap is starting to close a little bit more from the lead. 12.9 seconds now. Still slowly coming down, but how long will it take, though, for Pepsi to catch Tommy, though, is the question. If he can catch him.
I don't know. I think at least everything I know about tires and F1 tires, Tommy's tires should be like in tatters and shreds, completely disintegrated. They should not be anywhere near a racing car. But somehow they're still maintaining their round shape. They're still gripping onto the track. He's not riding on the rims, and even though Pepsi's catching him, he's not really catching him that much.
Yeah, but I can see, though, too, like, I am on board with him, with Tommy. I can see that the tires are starting to lose a little bit of that life quite a bit, so, we'll see how it goes.
See the wear pattern on the tire, but
Yeah.
he looks like he's not having any large problems with grip. We'll see as he goes through the second sector now, some of the high road parts of the lap, how he fares with that. It looks like he's feeling really comfortable though.
Jacob, I gotta agree with you, man. I think these tires are gonna implode. Who is it that we saw get a puncture a few weeks ago? I forgot who that was, but remember we saw the left front basically melt.
I mean, Tommy's definitely risking it for sure. If he's able to pull this off, this will be the best of his drive, which is saying something. This man
Oh, he's coming in.
goes into the pits.
Okay. So, yeah, he probably was near puncture territory. Maybe. If my rough guess it is, so Pepsi takes the lead.
What percent wear those tires are on? He's gone on to another 7 stops? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
if he's able to really turn up these last 6 laps, he might be able to catch him, but I doubt it.
It's gonna be a tall order, but
He's still on the podium though.
yep, and he does not have a penalty as well, so that definitely helps him out a little bit. But
He's only 4 seconds, 4.5 behind Manuel. If he's able to get the hammer down, he may be able to catch him because Manuel's on those 20 medium tires.
and I'm thinking those tires are AAU set as well, but they're probably not as bad as the other tires he probably used. So yeah, this could definitely help him out because yeah, he's starting to gain it quite a bit now to Manuel, as the gap has gone from 4.5 seconds now to 3.5 seconds, and
Yeah.
he's also
At the back of the second sector, on his charge up to Manuel, he is flying those 2 tenths through the last sector. Really great launch off the final turn. He's catching him down the straight too, just 10th by 10th. He's getting really close. And as we say that, a little bit less rapidly, but still, for some cause for concern, Pepsi's getting caught by Manuel because Manuel's tires are 10 laps away from the medium tires. It seems like Manuel just has a little bit more pace than Pepsi at the front. And is slowly bringing that gap down, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Pepsi's going to hold on to take this one. As long as he's able to keep it off the wall, because his tires are going to start to fall off now too.
and also meanwhile Paulo had a bit of a moment. It looked like at the final corner there was yellow flags at the final turn. If you just saw, had a little bit of a moment there. But yeah, 2.7 seconds right now is the gap between Tommy and Manuel. So he is definitely closing a lot more lap by lap, and well, at least a couple laps.
A full second in the last lap.
Yeah, and he did the last lap as well. So he could be in range to get Manuel probably within 3 or 4 laps to go into the race if he keeps this pace up, and then he's got to catch Pepsi. And right now, Manuel is 3.4 seconds behind Pepsi. So if I'm correct.
About a second, a little bit more a lap faster than Manuel. I think he's going to be able to do it. I think he's putting on an insane charge up to the next podium place here.
Yeah, I think I would agree on that. I feel like he will probably get to Pepsi, I would say within maybe 2 laps to go, or maybe even the final lap of the race. But we'll have to wait and see, as we have now 3 more laps, or 4 more laps, I should say, till the checkered flag. Tommy is not quite in DRS range just yet, but he has used up a lot of it throughout the last couple of laps as well. So he's going to have to try at least conserve that energy, even though he's on soft tires. The energy he's going to have to use to get the charge successful is going to be, oh, we got yellows, and it looks like, oh, it's a Williams, it's Vapor, who's gone around at the final quarter. So he's had another rough moment, so not a great day for the Williams car of Vapor.
The highs are high and the lows are low for Williams today. They got a guy in P2 and they have a guy who just dropped back a couple places down to P6. They're both up in the front in the beginning of this race.
Also, not to mention, Manuel gained a lot of time on Pepsi by nearly a second. So
Tommy's got DRS down the pit straight. Let's see what he's able to do.
yep. So he will have DRS to help him out as well. He's been stuck on that overtake for a long period of time. He set a purple middle third sector as well.
But DRS, let's see if he sends it.
Oh,
He's got 2 laps to make it done, but he might still be looking for that top spot if he's able to completely catch Pepsi.
Yeah, he can. He just has to make sure he doesn't make any mistakes. He's got the tires to do it, but he is really pushing like crazy. But he is not close enough just quite yet. The gap is now close to 1.3 seconds. So, yeah, this could maybe get close to a three-way fight again. If we
gap that was 10 seconds not 5 laps ago is now down to just under a second and a half.
Yep, and also Manuel will be in DRS range to help him out as well to see if he can get pulled.
His brakes about to break off because he's so close.
But he's also out of ERS, so that's not going to help him out either. So here comes Manuel. He's going to get to the inside of Pepsi, and he's going to take the lead. He takes back the lead of the Grand Prix, but also Tommy takes second place ahead of Pepsi. Oh, a little bit of contact as well. Oh, no, that's going to definitely compromise him there. So, and that to make things even worse, he gets a 3-second time penalty as well for multiple warnings.
Past Pepsi. I think Pepsi's still safe as far as second place goes. Yeah, Tommy was not having it. He wanted those places and he wanted them bad.
Oh, he'll be kicking and screaming.
Wing damage. I was riding on board and it looked like it could have gone either way.
No, he has no damage. No end plate missing, but yeah, he's all over the back of the Williams. But yeah, he's got that 3-second time penalty. Unless he can manage to build the gap somehow, somehow that he has to get within 3 seconds on the final lap, which starts now, and he's gonna be close and barred with the Williams, and he cuts them off. Oh, wow, that was very aggressive defending there from the Haas. He also goes wide, and Manuel takes the line, and he's going to lock up, and he also pushes him off as well.
Does Manuel have any damage from that? I would say pretty aggressive contact between the two cars.
Yeah, it was.
Front wings attacked.
Yeah. Yeah, no, his front wing's fine. It was just very aggressive defending. I think Tommy's just kicking himself about that penalty, but looks like he will cross the line first. But from the way it looks, the penultimate winner will be Manuel in the Williams. So even with he's out of fuel. No way, he's out of fuel. So Pepsi's gonna win it. Pepsi's gonna win it. No way. So Manuel ran out of fuel, and Pepsi takes the win.
That is wild.
Wow.
Amazing show from Tommy and Pepsi. Sadly, Tommy loses the lead with a penalty that honestly I don't even think he needed to get. He had enough pace to get them without cutting any corners or anything like that. But I mean, Pepsi, what a drive. He was the only person to one-stop the whole race. He was fighting with the other guys who had stopped 3 times. Tommy and Manuel both stopped 3 times, which is wild. they were able to have enough pace to catch back up to the lead and realistically fight for the lead. Any of them could have won this race.
Yeah. Wow, what a finish. So, Pepsi gets the win, and I think this also helps them out in the championship as well. So Tommy comes home in second place, and then Manuel comes home in third. Even though Tommy had that penalty, the only reason he got the second was because of Manuel running out of field, and Pepsi also gets driver of the day as well. So fine performance from the Ferrari, and also good racing overall.
Yeah, it looks like that puts Pepsi up into P3 in the championship. And it may put him either just behind by literally a point or tied on points. I'm not sure if I can remember off the top of my head with Tommy. So P1 and P3 in the championship were not here today. So big advantage for those guys who showed up because the championship fight is really that close.
So Pepsi, who started from 5th, finishes in 1st, gets driver of the day, and also takes the win here at Bahrain in the short circuit layout, with Tommy finishing in 2nd place, Manuel in 3rd, and then Donsta, who started from 6th, finishes in 4th, and then Brevin finishes off in the top 5. Vapor, who had a very sluggish race, will have to settle with 6th place. MFC Dawn finishes in 7th, Paula Frost in 8th. And then the guys at DNF, Freakin' Viola and Santo round off the rest of the top 10. And also Paula Frost ended up with, looks like the most penalties out of everyone, with 12 seconds of penalties as well.
He is our penalty champion, yes. Yeah, fastest lap for Tommy, he was a good 3/10 faster than anybody else with that fastest lap. Super impressive stuff from him.
Can you guys invite the guys for the post race so it doesn't cut off the stream?
For sure.
Sure.
Let's see, we're going to try to get Pepsi in. Talk about how he made what some of the other guys thought was a 2 or 3 stop into a 1 stop.
Mm-hmm.
If I can find his name. We'll see.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah, let's see if I can.
I never learned to read, I'm sorry.
Let's see if I can. Well, I mean, I know with this whole PlayStation.
There we go.
Eh.
He's
Alright.
He's been added. Let's see if we can get the winner into here and get his reaction. I'd also love to hear from oh, there's Pepsi. Never mind. What's up?
Hello?
Hey,
Hello.
Hi.
how was that?
that was fun, not gonna lie. Needed a little bit of luck, but it worked.
Dude, you were fighting with guys that had done 3 stops. How did you make what most people thought was a 2-stop race into a 1-stop?
I did a little bit of a practice retcon last night. I looked at him like, this is possible. A 1-stop was possible. I'm like keeping that hush hush. I'm like, if they don't notice this could work. And when I saw Cross and Manuel pit early, I'm like, okay, we got a chance, boys. I can make a 1-stop work, and I got some good pace. And I thought I was sitting duck near the end. I'm like, oh, the tires fell off just too late. But I just knew I was conserving enough in the tires. Take a page out of Johnny's book earlier in the season when he won China, conserving his tires, and knew if you're going to win, you got to try to conserve your rubber.
Yeah, I'd probably say you.
Hanging out.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
You were just hanging out on those tires, and everybody else was just pitting like crazy around you. You went from what, softs to
Softs to mediums. Softs to mediums.
Yeah, so that first stint, how hairy were things on those soft tires?
I could have went another couple laps, and I think the safety car, I thought I was a little bit screwed. I was debating between going mediums and hards. So I'm like, this is 21. My estimation's around 23. I'm like, is this going to be close enough? I'm like, there's about 2 laps of safety car, and there'll be about 0 to 0 to 1% wear under the safety car period. So I'm like, this could work. Because it'll come on around lap 23. I'm like, I got to go for it. Because it's championship or bust, and I needed to win today to keep myself in the fight. And I had to risk it for the chocolate biscuit, and that's what happened.
Yeah, no, you definitely showed. You did an amazing job overall. I mean, you managed to do a great job with that one stop. But I wanted to know what was the. Do you remember what the percentage was at the end of the race?
All I know is in the red, I think it was about 75, 76 on the left rear, and I knew pop range is 75, 80. So it was hairy. I knew I had maybe one more lap in me on those tires, and they were going to pop. Thank God the race wasn't 59 laps, or else we wouldn't be sitting here right now talking.
Yeah, you looked like you were just kind of hanging back and conserving your tires in the beginning, kind of chilling in P4 where you qualified.
Actually, that was kind of lucky because everyone kind of wrecked. I'm sorry to cut you off. I just want to say it was kind of lucky because I qualified poor. I'm like, oh god, that's not good. But it's just like the Viper, and Manuel and Cross were all fighting the DRS train. And I'm just sitting there far enough back, like, all right, no one's battling me. MFC is a big distance behind. Can just conserve my rubber, and yeah, that helped me.
Yeah, initially I was kind of speculating that those guys would pull each other kind of away from you because of the DRS, but honestly, I think it ended up becoming more of a tire thing than anything, and the fact that you were not fighting for position for 10, 15 laps on end, you could just kind of sit back, drive your race, do a normal racing run, and kind of conserve your tires, I think paid dividends at the end, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
basically did.
Yeah. So basically, we got 2 more rounds to go. Does this mean now this brings more? You feel more confident now going into the later part now of the season? You feel like you maybe can get close to the championship, or at least
Freddie didn't show up to this day, so I know my points gap is now 18 points. So I know I'm within 18 points, and that's within 2 races. That's still not great, but it's a lot more better than 43 points. And getting this monkey off my back, because it helped with Cross, Johnny, and Freddie, they got that win, and then you saw a spark of momentum. Hopefully this kindling gets something going. Because after Russia, where it was a moment where I almost won, and then just something happened, like 3 safety cars and crap happened, and then Spain, and then I think Hungary and a few other places where it was so close, Bahrain as well, so close yet so far. Getting this monkey off my back feels great.
Awesome, man. Well, it was a great race to watch. One final question for you. So there's a kind of a fan's choice round at the end. What is what's your request? What do you love to have happen in the last race to give you the best shot at the title?
I'm good. I kind of don't want to say because I feel like they'll vote against it, but screw it. Why not? Let's just say it right in there. I'm hoping for Suzuka. That would be my hope, but I think any of the 4 tracks I'd be okay at, but if I had to pull for one, I'm going to probably vote for Suzuka, but remember, we're race car drivers, or I guess virtual race car drivers. We take any challenge we're thrown at, and we got to go out there and perform. So no matter where it goes, I'm going to give it 110, but preferably Suzuka.
Excellent. Well, we would love to see it. What a victory from you today. Yeah, great race, great tire management.
Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys. I hope to see one of you two in the F2 race, and hope we can have an interview at the end after the F2 race next Saturday.
You'll never interview me.
All right, thank you.
We'll see. All right, cool.
They got Manuel is ready now. If you can re-invite him, he said he stepped away for a second.
Oh, sweet. I don't know if I have him, but I'll
Okay.
take a look as well.
Who?
Manuel.
Manuel. Yeah. I don't got any of these drivers.
Here, let me see if I can add him. 1 second.
I mean, I don't know if I could add him on friends list.
I'll go ahead and add him, but I don't know if we have enough time for that one.
Yeah.
I definitely want to hear Tommy's thoughts though as well. I wonder if he's still on the Viking.
He ran off after it ended. He immediately disappeared.
Oh, okay.
I guess he's pretty upset with himself.
He definitely goes hard. I'm sure he is not super thrilled about it, but podiums in a row. That's a pretty stellar result.
Yeah. No, he did a good job, but I mean, it is a shame though that the streak did come to an end. But no, he did a fantastic job overall. Just the penalty just cost him really the race. It was the only factor, really.
Yeah, that's a rough one for him. It was a rough one for all the Williams drivers as well. They seemed to be at the front and then immediately in the back, and then somehow immediately back up to the front again. They were kind of all up and down the field with kind of up and down luck as well.
So are we getting these guys in, or what are we doing here?
I think I just got a response from Manuel. I'm going to try to add him now.
Alright, cool.
Don't know if Manuel's coming.
So I send him one. I assume you just got a message from him too. There he is.
Oh, there we go.
There he is.
Hey man, how'd you find the race?
Good. Oh, I don't like this because I had a good pace in the first stages of the race. I was faster than anybody else, but then Tommy just knocked my wing when I was fighting with him. That was not very nice. Then at the end of the race, I forgot to manage the fuel, so actually I lost the race. I was driving with a yellow throughout. Yeah.
You had good pace, and to recover, like, even after all the up and down, both you and your teammate were kind of all over the place as far as positions go. You had a really strong pace at the beginning where you and the other Williams, and then Cross as well, were all fighting for the lead. Then you kind of fell back a little bit with some bad luck, and then you were obviously up near the front at the end. I think, P2 is a pretty good recovery for you. How did you find the tire strategy? I know you did a 3-stop, which is a decent chunk more pit stops than the person who ended up winning with a 1-stop. Why did you think that something like a 3-stop was the best, or did you have to kind of do it to manage your damage?
So first off, I pitted for the first time because I made a stupid mistake and I knocked my whole wing, so I had to pit. My initial strategy was to do 2 stops because I was fighting so much with the guys and I was wearing out my tires, so I opted to go for a 2-stop, but as I said, I made a mistake, and I then came the safety car, like a few laps after I pitted, and I was already almost at the back, so I said why not, and I pitted for mediums or softs, I don't know. And yeah, but then I thought Tommy had to box again, but then I saw he already had pitted for mediums, so we would go until the end. I was kind of surprised if he boxed at the end because he was losing a lot of time, but yeah, the strategy was not good enough for me today. I think that was what cost me time, because yeah, the Ferrari did only 1 stop, which was amazing.
Yeah, you had serious pace to be able to stop 3 times and still catch back up with the Ferrari who had only stopped once. I mean, that's like almost a 50-second pace deficit that you overcame to be fighting with the lead in the end. So, super impressive stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm not happy because I already was already full like 3 times or 4 or something like that, and I haven't managed to win a single race, which is kind of annoying. That's what it is.
Also, I kind of want to ask you too. So during the first few laps, you and your teammate though had quite a bit of battles with each other, along with Tommy though. But like, did you guys even like try to do like sort of communication, like any team orders, so that you wouldn't wouldn't get into like too much trouble, at least, or was it just you were just trying to push to get ahead of?
No, actually, I thought about it, but yeah, I actually thought about like, why are we fighting? Like, I think Williams is quite down the order in the points, and I thought about it, but then I had much more pace than him. But yeah, then Tommy was kind of slow as well, so yeah, I managed to like get past both of them, but it cost me a lot of time and tire wear in my tires. Yeah, but I didn't really think to talk with him because I don't know, just forgot to, I guess. But yeah, but then at the end I was like 5 seconds ahead of him. At the end of the race, I managed to be 20 seconds ahead. It's what it is.
Any other further questions, you guys?
I mean, how did you find some of the wheel-to-wheel action with some of those other guys? I mean, you guys were fighting for a while.
Well, I think like everyone except Tommy, because Tommy was like, I'm sure I think he was on a bad day. That's what he said, but that's okay. But I think his defending was not very great, very good, because like he was moving like last second, and it cost me a bit of wing once because like he was on the left or on the right, and then he suddenly moves, and when I was braking, so that was not really great. But I think like I actually spun a guy around, a Mercedes. I don't know what happened, but I think it was a restart. Like Pepsi, I don't know what's going on, but he was very decent. He was very good.
How surprised were you to see Pepsi at the end after not really seeing him basically the whole race?
No, I wasn't that surprised because I knew he was on a one stop, and he had quite a big advantage, and I was gaining more on Tommy than I was gaining on Pepsi, which was quite bad for me. So at the end, like at the last lap, I managed to catch him, but it was not by not managing the fuel. I would like it was a bit of how do I say it? It was a bit unlucky, you know, because I was already like 60% of the fuel, and it was low fuel mode, and at the beginning of the last sector, which was very bad. But yeah, I was kind of surprised to see that.
Man, well, great race for you. I know it wasn't the win you were hoping for, but still a podium, decent recovery after some bad luck. So, final question: we asked this to Pepsi as well. There's a final race is a viewer's choice. Everybody's going to probably vote on. So, what is your what track are you looking to go to for this final race?
Not so much. I'd say Austrian.
Nice, awesome. Well, thanks for joining us in this little post-race recap, post-race interview type thing. We'll see you next week for Abu Dhabi.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you. All right, and I think that'll wrap it up too. Thank you everyone for watching today's race at the Bahrain Shorts Grand Prix. Next week, like we said, will be Abu Dhabi for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. From JWM Films to Donut Glazer, myself, Katie, 1997. Have a great rest of your night.